Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I almost want to say good morning, Vietnam. Do you all remember that? Well, I pray that you are well today. It's very early in the morning, and if you are up and listening to this broadcast, I greet you today with blessings and I pray overflow in your life. Well, we are continuing our 2021 Goal Challenge. If you are still doing your thing, you are in an elite group of doers who have moved past just dreaming about living a life that they want to live to actually doing it. By January 16th, yesterday, I told you that most people have given up on those resolutions. And the reason for that is because they did not translate those resolutions so that they have value in regards to their vision, their mission, and their goals for their life. Yesterday, we talked about setting intentions, forming goals, and building habits. And today, we are going to pick up where we left off. And we are going to continue that discussion about what we need to be doing in our lives to see our dreams and our vision come to pass for our life. How can we create the life that we truly desire? We said that we need to set some goals, but those goals needed to be in alignment. As we start, let me take a moment. I have a scripture that I would like to read out of Proverbs 16, and it's only two verses, and it says, "To humans belong the plans of the heart, but from the Lord comes the proper answer of the tongue." So what that says to us today is that we have plans in our heart that are tied to our mind. Our heart and our mind are tied, and that the words that come out of our mouth come from the Lord. So there's a synergy between what God has given you in regards to your vision for your life and what you are saying. What God gives you into your mind, you have to believe it and accept it, and then you have to allow it into your heart, and then the next thing is to speak it repeatedly so that you can get that belief system strong, and then you take action on what you believe. You take action on where you think you are going in your life, and that is a wonderful thing. Now let's see what else. I lost my place on my slide, y'all. Bear with me. How can you create that life you desire? You create that life that you desire by forming good habits. You have to form habits that will empower you to live the life of your dreams. Your habits cannot be the habits that you had when you were living another way and doing other things that maybe were good or bad, no judgment there, but they just weren't helping you to be in that place where you felt fulfilled, where you were doing the things that you knew you were created and put here on this earth to do. So as you form habits, those habits need to agree with who you are and where you're going, what you believe and what you want to achieve. That's what empowers you. I used to have a habit of binge reading, and there's nothing wrong with reading. Reading is fundamental, remember? However, I have a superpower in which I can sit down on the couch on a Monday and I can read all the way through Sunday. In fact, sometimes in the past, during the holidays, I've done that. I'll get me a stack of books and I'll sit there and I will read for days. My husband will come by and he'll ask me, have I moved? But right now, I am in a place where I have some things, some actionable goals that I want to accomplish. So I don't have as much time as I used to do that. But what I noticed is that as I engage with my vision and goals for where God has taken me, that there's a little nagging thing that pops up in the back of my mind. It's a longing to go and sit on the couch and read a book and binge read. Well, that right there is not what I want to do. I want to continue to work my plan. I have a slot in place for when I allow myself to do that as a reward for getting some things done on my calendar that need to be done. It's one of the ways that I celebrate. I have a list of books that I read for entertainment. Now, as far as professional and personal development, there's time in the schedule for those things because you have to continue to learn and grow. So whatever is pulling you back to the way you were, to the level of momentum that was not enough energy to move you forward, you have to make sure that you don't allow those old habits to pull you back like that. So keep moving forward, in other words. When you do that, it puts you in a place where you can walk forward, and then when you take time to assess and look back, you've traveled miles. You're closer to your vision than you ever were. You began to grow your belief system, your belief in the vision, your belief in the mission, the mission and where you're going. You began to grow that as you follow that process that you have lined out. Now, a lot of times people need help developing that process, and people need help walking out that process. People need help, just encouragement as they go through those things. Sometimes people need actionable help on a daily basis, and that's one of the things that I help people with in the mentoring and coaching programs that I have. So I want to encourage you today that as you move through February, let's turn it up a notch. Let's go ahead and release our power to do the things that we were put here to do, to accomplish what we've put here to accomplish. Because the truth of it is, when you walk in your purpose, your calling, which however you want to call it, your purpose, your calling, your destiny, when you walk in those things, are in agreement with what God has called you to do, you release prosperity into your life. The flow of God's blessings are already there, available to you, and you tap into it when you tap into who He is and you walk in His calling for your life. That is why I am here doing this, because this is what I am called to do. It's early, and I get great enjoyment out of bringing this word to you on today, hoping to empower someone, hoping to encourage someone, hoping to help you to get your life together, to walk in your greatness, because you are great. So as we close, let me say a brief prayer over you, a prayer of protection, a prayer of peace, and a prayer of prosperity, that you will have the courage, that you will release the abilities that you already have to be all that you put here to be and do everything that you were put here to do. Well, y'all have a good day, and I will see you on